We respectfully acknowledge that Surrey Schools resides on the traditional, unceded, and shared territories of Coast Salish peoples, the Katzie, the Kwantlen, and the Samiamu First Nations, the steward of this land since time immemorial.
We highlight this history knowing that relationships and partnerships based on respect with Indigenous peoples of this land are important for truth and reconciliation.
Orange Shirt Day, observed on September 30th each year, has become a symbol of remembrance and reconciliation for the survivors of Canada's residential school system. This annual event carries a profound historical significance, shedding light on the dark chapter of Canada's Indigenous history, while also promoting healing and understanding.
The origins of Orange Shirt Day can be traced back to the experiences of Phyllis Webstad, a survivor of the residential school system.
In 1973, at the age of 6, Phyllis arrived at the St. Joseph Mission Indian Residential School in British Columbia.
On her first day, her grandmother gifted her a bright orange shirt, a symbol of love and joy.
Tragically, upon her arrival at the school, this cherished shirt was forcibly taken away from her, and she was never able to wear it again.
The story of Phyllis's orange shirt and her traumatic experience in the residential schools became the catalyst for Orange Shirt Day. In 2013, as a way of honoring her experience and bringing attention to the harsh reality and legacy of residential schools, Phyllis Webstad shared her story at a residential school reunion event.
Her story deeply resonated with the attendees, prompting discussions on how to create awareness and support for the families and survivors.
One of the central aims of Orange Shirt Day is to educate people about the history and legacy of residential schools.
Many Canadians were unaware of the extent of the abuses suffered by Indigenous children in these institutions until recent years.
Shirt Day serves as a platform to confront this painful history and promote understanding and empathy. Moreover, the day plays a vital role in the broader process of reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities in Canada.
Acknowledging the past, understanding the impact it had on Indigenous communities, and working together to address the ongoing effects are all essential steps towards building stronger relationships.
To commemorate Orange Shirt Day at Enver Creek, each tag class will receive snappy and viola seeds, which will be grown in orange paper planters.
Each tag, upon receiving their seeds, will reflect on what truth and reconciliation is, the steps that they can take to honor and recognize the day, and what it means to incorporate First Peoples principles of learning into the classroom.
The seedlings will remain with their tags for about a week to grow.
As the seedling develops, each class will come up with something to write on their planter.
It is hoped that the Garden Club, our Indigenous students, their families, and an elder will be part of the planting ceremony.
The seeds represent active caring and reflecting for Orange Shirt Day, as it will be tended to and grown throughout the school year and will bloom in spring.
We plan to incorporate the First Peoples learning principles into our learning by engaging with our environment, decolonizing traditional Western forms of schooling, and giving back to the earth as one of the forms of reconciliation.
Orange Shirt Day is a powerful testament to the strength and resilience of Indigenous peoples across Canada.
It has developed from a personal story of loss and trauma into a national movement for reconciliation and healing.
As we remember Orange Shirt Day, we must also acknowledge the hardships faced by Indigenous peoples and our commitment to building a more just and equitable future.
Through education, awareness, and a shared commitment to the truth and reconciliation, Orange Shirt Day continues to be a symbol of hope and a call to action for all Canadians.